indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, everyone is here this evening for our organizational meeting before our regular board meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So,
By Todd, second by Stacy. Any comments or questions? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
aye.
Opposed? That motion carries 7-0. Next on our agenda is the oath of office. And since I am being sworn in, I cannot give that oath, so our temporary vice chair will be doing it. And that's not it.
She can make it work here.
Your
Yeah.
phone. Do you have it? Okay.
Yeah.
You need to
I think we have.
appearance here?
I think we're supposed to stand
Oh,
up.
Tom, Dan, myself, and Chad. It's so strange with nobody in the audience. They didn't all come up in this cold night.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Strikes.
I'm clicking all the time.
You what?
Late at night. Oh, you do? Oh, there. I know.
As an honor that you were elected to guide the education of our community students. As you recite the oath of office, you assume tremendous responsibility as a director of our school district with the duties empowered by the Minnesota legislature. This power puts you and the others members with our school board in the position of being both morally and legally responsible for equitable, quality education for every student in the district. In carrying out this responsibility, you will be asked to fulfill the roles of vision, structure, accountability, and advocacy. In providing vision to the board with extensive participation from the community envisions the community's educational future, and then formulates the goals, defines the outcomes, and sets the course for the public schools. To achieve this vision, the board establishes a structure and creates an environment designed to ensure all students the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework. Because as a board, you must be accountable to the community, you must ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our students. As a board member, you serve as educational's key advocate on behalf of students and our community schools to advance the vision of our schools. Furthermore, you must strive to work together and with the superintendent and the staff to lead the district forward, fulfilling the vision we have created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skill and knowledge, citizenship, and personal development. If you'll repeat after me. After signing the acceptance of the office and oath of office, I hereby publicly affirm my commitment to the oath of office. If you'll repeat after me. I swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And this state.
and the state,
And that I will discharge faithfully
and that I will discharge faithfully
the duties of the office of school board member
the duties of the office of school board member
of Independent School District 719
of Independent School District 719
to the best of my abilities, or best of my judgment ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
Thanks. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, next on our agenda is the election of officers, and the first officer will be electing will be chair. And I'm calling for nominations for the office of school board chair for 2013. Are there any nominations? Stacy?
I'd like to nominate Todd Sorensen.
Okay, are there any other nominations? Okay, if there are no further nominations, I'll entertain a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Todd Sorensen to be board chair for the year 2013. Would anyone make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Tom, second. Oh, I guess I don't need a, I do need a second.
Second.
Second by Dan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries 7-0. Congratulations, Todd. I think I'll,
Just 7?
yeah, just for now. Have you take over? And welcome. You can have the chair in a few minutes. We'll move on to vice chair.
For vice chair, I call the nominations for the school board vice chair for the year 2013. As a board member, I nominate Stacy Ruel. Do we have other nominations? If there are no further nominations, I'll entertain a motion, nominations, and cast a unanimous ballot for Stacy Ruel to be board vice chair for the year 2013. Do I have a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
A second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0. And I'll call for nominations for the Office of School Board Clerk Treasurer for 2013.
I'll make the nomination for Tom Anderson.
And do I have any nominations? Board member nominated Tom Anderson. If there's no further nominations, I entertain a motion to close nominations and cast a unanimous ballot for Tom Anderson to be Board Clerk Treasurer for the year 2013. Do I have a motion? By Stacy. Second.
Second.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, so we can switch.
Switch room.
I'm going to go over there by
See you
you,
later.
where you are.
Musical chairs?
Yeah.
So you're going to
I'm going to, oh, I got to.
Get your name tag.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Well, that's. You got your feet. All right, Todd, you're short.
Screen my face all the
You're short chocolate. In their
Oh, I got two.
She's trying to be sneaky on us.
Pass this one down to Todd, maybe? Try.
I don't think that's. Did I shoot you? No.
Make sure you get the right
What's
one.
yours? I didn't open mine yet, so. Oh.
On the consent agenda tonight, and I didn't get a clarification, do we need to read all that? Okay. The following agenda items require board approval. Designate depositories for the school district in the name of Prior Lake State Bank, U.S. Bank of Prior Lake, Wells Fargo Bank, Commerce Bank, Wells Fargo of Minneapolis, Minnesota School District Liquid Asset Fund Plus, and the PMA Financial Network. And is this, we vote all these at once, right? Designate the school district legal newspapers, designate the Prior Lake American of Prior Lake, Minnesota, and the Savage Pacer of Savage, Minnesota, as the official school district legal newspapers. The name of the school district fiscal consultants, the name of the firm Elders and Associates as the school district's fiscal consultants. The name of the school district's legal counsel, the names of the law firms of Knutson, Flynn, and Dean, Radcliffe, Rosiak, and Malone, PA, and Rupp, Anderson, Squires, Walsberger, PA, as the school district's legal counsel. The name of the school district's auditing firm, the name of the auditing firm of Clifton Larson Allen, LLP, as the school district's auditing firm. The name of the assistant board court treasurer, the name Julie Sink, Director of Business Affairs, to perform the clerical duties of the board clerk treasurer pursuant to Minnesota Statute 123B.14, and shall be named Assistant Board Clerk Treasurer. Authorize persons to lease, purchase, and contract goods for the goods and services within the budget. Authorize Sue Ann Groover, Superintendent of Schools, Julie Sink, Director of Business Affairs, to lease, purchase, and contract for goods and services within the budget as approved by the board, provided that any transaction in the amount exceeding the minimum amount for which bids are required must first be authorized by the board and must fulfill other applicable requirements pursuant to Minnesota statutes governing municipal contracting, and that informal quotations must be required when possible for all purchases exceeding $25,000. Designate the school district special educational coordinator, federal programs coordinator, district LEA, ESEA programs, and data practice compliance officer. Designate Doug Kern as the school district special educational coordinator, Julie Sink as the school district's federal programs coordinator, and Jeff Holmberg as the district's LEA, ESEA programs, and Matt Mons as the data practice compliance officer. Designate the authority to make electronic transfers. Designate Julie Sink, Director of Business Affairs, the authority to make electronic transfers, and in addition, the appropriate documentation within written confirmation from the financial institutions and proper requests and approval from the transfer shall be retained by the Director of Business Affairs. Direct administration to publish notification of the district's newspapers. Direct the administration to publish the annual notification of rights, protection, and privacy of student records in the official newspapers of the district. Do I have a motion to accept the items required for board approval?
So moved.
Second.
By Dan, second by Lee. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0. Board compensation. The board chair will review appropriate compensation for the board action. The board is requesting the approved compensation for the 2013 year at the current 2012 level. Compensation as follows: $4,000 per year plus $20 per meeting for official standing committee assignments, district-wide committee assignments, and external committees, and the agency representatives, unless otherwise compensated by the outside agency, as appointed by the chair with the exception of the certified negotiator, which would be compensated at $50 per meeting. The board chair reserves an additional $300, the board clerk treasurer receives additional $200, and the board vice chair receives an additional $200 during that year. Board member compensation will be paid semi-annually at the request of the individual member. Committee member reimbursement should be paid once a year for the completion of the service year. Do I have a motion to accept the board compensation policy?
So moved.
By Stacy, second by Tom. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0. Approval of board committee assignments for 2013. We've attached in our minutes the board committee. Do I have a motion to accept those?
I'll make a motion.
By Lee, second. Second by Tom. Any discussion on that item?
I guess the only thing I'd say is that I had asked for responses back from everyone about what committees they were on, and for the most part, people wanted to stay on the committees that they were on, and then filling in with some of our newer members. This seemed to be the best balance. It is a draft, however. If somebody would like to have further discussion on one of the committees, they're welcome to do that. And I know the school one, there was a little discussion about that, and I don't know if you and the two of you if it made any difference. Chad, I know you had mentioned you wanted to be where your child is, and I'm not sure that your child is at Jeffers.
Not yet,
Okay.
but she will be.
Okay. And so we put you at early childhood because we thought that might be more appropriate as your child goes through. But other than that, I think it's pretty much self-explanatory as to what was happening here.
Any other questions or discussion? Do I have a motion to accept the board committee assignments for 2013?
So moved.
By Stacy.
Actually,
Oh,
you already have a motion.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have a
you
motion.
did.
I'm-
Right.
Okay. That's correct.
Just a vote.
We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0. Discussion of meeting and special, or procedures format. Currently, our format is, let's see. Just thinking if I should read that. Now, I guess the highlights of that are we're planning on one boarding meeting, the first board meeting of the month, followed by a study session on the second. If there's a month where there's just one boarding, then it's a normal board meeting. Do I have a motion to accept the meeting and procedures format?
I'll make that motion.
By Tom, second.
Second.
By Lee. Any further discussion?
Just, are we going to talk about the calendar at this point? Is that here now, or is
The
that
board
later?
schedule, you mean, or the calendar?
The change, a possible
Oh.
change in
Oh,
the calendar.
the March 4th date?
We had a conflict with the March 4th date.
It's March 11th.
I'm sorry, March 11th board date. I'll be out of town and Lee will be out of town. I have my 20th wedding anniversary, so we're going on a cruise. 20 years, yeah. So,
Well, it also, we expect that'll be a fairly important vote
Yes,
on that
we-
March 11th, and it might be important that we all are here for that vote.
so
Or
that is
a couple
one-
of votes, I think, actually.
Yeah, so that is one change.
At this time, it shouldn't be a problem with me.
I'm okay for it, too.
Okay. Dan, is that set?
Looks good. So we're moving to March 4th.
Yes.
Richard, you okay?
That should be okay.
Chad?
Good.
Good, okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0. In-service discussion. The board is requesting to discuss any in-service wishes for the year. Additional board study sessions will be held if needed. The 2012-13 board goals and revised 2013 schedule are attached. Was that? I thought I saw that in the pack.
Yeah, at the very end.
Do I have a motion to accept the in-service discussion points for our board and our board goals?
So moved.
Stacy, second.
A second.
Second by Lee. Any discussion?
I would just add that we're on the 28th. We do have Dennis Cheeseborough coming back to talk about board governance again. He has done this in the past, and we thought with new board members coming on, it would be a good opportunity for him to talk again with our board. So that will be just a part of that meeting, probably 45 minutes to an hour. And then as we go into February, I'll be inviting Brad Lundell from C to come, who is the executive director of our Schools for Equity in Education, to come and also give a half-hour to 45-minute presentation. So we'll be putting those in the study session as we go through the spring.
Nice. Question. Were we going to start that Dennis Cheeseborough's at 5?
Well, that's the data, we're going to have the data retreat. Remember, we moved that
Yeah.
from December, so that's why we're going to start at 5. We also have
Is that on the calendar?
on December 5th, on January 28th.
Yeah.
We have 6 p.m. study session.
That was going to be 5, right?
Yep.
And we're going to change that to 5. It actually is 5 on a couple of the documents, but on the January 28th should say 5 o'clock. And I think we'll need it. We have several things going on. Julie would like to be talking about her budget parameters for 2013-14 and having a conversation with you at that time. So we want to have time to have all of those conversations. And you'll be also bringing the first conversation about QCOM
Yes, there will also be a closed session.
at the 25th.
Then on the 28th.
28th, at 5.
Yes.
so we can plan on 5 to 8 at least. on
5 to 8
that
on
one.
the 20th, okay. I have a motion to second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0. And that should be it. Do I have a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting?
I'll make the motion.
Lee?
Second.
Second by Tom. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries 7-0.
We got 5 minutes?
Yeah.